Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Murphy Booth. Martino Puccio, Matt Lasella with you for another college basketball NBA prospect matchup. Last time we brought you Lonzo Ball, Markel Fultz. We both agreed that Fultz was the better prospect, better player, most likely going number one overall in this draft. Now we're going to do the other 2 point guards that are highly considered to go top 10 in this year's draft, Dennis Smith Jr. and DeAaron Fox. Start off with Fox. Obviously plays for Kentucky. He's lefty, super fast, probably best point guard in transition, maybe besides Ball in college basketball right now.
I don't even know if I don't even know if I would put Ball ahead of him. I think Fox's speed maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
Go
You
either
conversate
way.
the two best ones. The two best ones.
Yeah, go either way.
But I really like Ball in transition. He can penetrate, but is struggling with shooting, and that's obvious.
Mightily.
He's very even if you watched the Tennessee game last night, we're recording this on Wednesday the 15th, right?
Yeah.
Last night they played Tennessee, and there were a couple instances throughout that game where Fox was hesitant to pull up for a jump shot, and he just penetrated, kicked out. I mean that's okay, making that decision to go penetrate, kick out when you got a shooter like Monk. And
I was gonna say
it's
okay playing at Kentucky when you have
it's okay like that, but I think that's the hesitation as to why he might not be considered top 5 in this draft, because he's not really a good shooter and he's not a confident one at that,
right?
And he doesn't want to take.
But he recognizes
shot.
It, and it does play to his other strengths.
No, it does. Yeah, which is penetrating the defense, dribble drive.
Terrific vision.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
He's got really nice vision. He's got solid size. He's 6'3", 6'4".
And he goes up and gets it too. I've seen some alley oops that he goes up and gets.
He gets up high. He gets up high. Also, his frame is a little questionable. He's 171. He's gonna pack on the muscle and the weight, obviously, over the course of his NBA career. But I mean, hey, second best player in the NBA right now isn't the biggest guy in the world. Not comparing him to KD by any stretch of the means, but that's what we got there. So Fox probably going top 10. So that's what we got on him for right now, because we're going to get back to him and compare him to our other guy, Dennis Smith Jr., obviously at NC State, was the number 1 recruit in high school. Kind of funny that both number 1 recruits out of this class both injured their ACLs with Harry Giles and Dennis Smith. Dennis Smith regarded as one of the better point guard athletes probably since Russell Westbrook. He is that great of an athlete. Really got a lot of turnover problems. If you've ever seen some of his games or even just look at his stat lines.
He handles the ball a whole lot because, I mean, of course, being a point guard, but NC State's not working with a whole lot. And you're playing in the ACC, and he's
very tough conference.
And they've held their own. You know, you think of the win at Duke especially, but they've really held their own against, the better teams in the conference, kind of solely just based on his play and how much he's been able to carry them. So he does have that big game mentality. We were talking earlier about kind of, guys going saying, hey, and Ball was the one you mentioned saying, hey, I'm going to go right at you one-on-one and see if you could stop me. And Duke was going, Cameron Indoor is going crazy. Everyone's going nuts. It's just him on whoever was on him, Grayson or whoever it was, and he's knocking down shots.
And I think it's the whole hype of Duke. And the thing about Duke also, no matter who they play, they're going to get that opposing team's best game. And that's just a fact.
Absolutely.
It's like even when Duke's not number 1, fans rush the court.
It's the mentality
whenever they play.
It's the mentality of playing Duke, of course.
But that was a amazing game. There hasn't been a game like that by an opposing player not from UNC at Duke that I've seen as a Duke fan play that well at his age. Draft Express has him going number 4 to the Magic currently if all things go that way. Do you like the fit?
I don't know if there's even a fit to like, because the Magic I kind of thought they were rebuilding, and now they're like deconstructing again and sort of rebuilding again, kind of.
I think
so. I'm not really sure. I thought everybody thought Peyton was going to be their guy moving forward, and if they were to go after Smith, that obviously changes that, because you're not going to play them together if they're both small. So he's going to be a good fit regardless of where it goes, I think. But as far as the Magic, I don't really know, because they don't really even know. I don't think.
I think what happened was that they got Frank Vogel here, and Frank was just like, I don't think this guy fits here well. I mean, they
Right.
were playing Gordon at the 3, and Gordon's just, it doesn't seem like he's that
No.
comfortable at the
No.
3. Alfred Payton hasn't really developed a jump shot. Smith has got it all. Let's be serious here. The only reason why he's not regarded with Fultz and Ball, he is to some people, but it's the injury history because of the ACL. He even said it himself. He's still not 100% yet. There was the one game where he took himself out, where he didn't want to play anymore. He told Gottfried. There's the one game against UNC where they lost by like 50 points. And if you think about that, do you really want your number 1 overall? Because NC State is a much more talented roster than Washington. Let's be real here. We give Markell the benefit of the doubt because of his roster there. I mean, NC State plays in the ACC. They beat Duke, who Duke prior to the year was the preseason number 1 team. So, I mean, you can't. He doesn't get as much leeway there, and there's the inconsistencies of not showing up every single game, which is hindering him from becoming a top 3 pick. I mean, he's number 4 right now, but that's depending on where the balls drop. So, also, didn't mention before, back to Fox, he's projected to go number 9 with the Mavs. How about that?
I think the Mavs are actually kind of in a similar situation as the Magic, where they kind of got some pieces, but they have like aging guards and Dirk, who's not really sure when he's going to go, whatever. I mean, obviously, again, as a Knicks fan, Fox probably fits the Knicks the best. I don't see why he wouldn't work with Dallas.
Definitely De'Aaron Williams he's been on the decline for a little while now, but it seems as if his time's almost up. I mean, even keep Fox behind him for a year or two.
Yeah, I
get to learn.
Probably not the ideal scenario for him, because by the time they're working with Harrison Barnes and Wesley Matthews and nothing really down low, and there's not a whole lot going on in Dallas, which is why they're in the position to draft him.
Yeah, they're going to be in the lottery for a couple more years.
Right. And Barnes is not going to be their superstar once.
No. I don't. I think they got
kind of a placeholder.
They've got a bunch of good pieces. I mean, not a bunch, but a couple solid pieces. I mean, ever since Dirk came back, they started winning more because it's Dirk. Dirk's one of the greatest players has ever lived in the NBA, for sure. But coming down to this, I think it's obvious here that Smith is the better prospect than Fox for sure. Fox has been more consistent.
I would go as far to say Fox is more upside. Just because we see what Smith is doing.
Really?
Yeah, because we see what Smith is doing. He is a smaller guard, but he's a scorer. And at his size, there's only so much you're going to be able to do in the NBA. Now, of course, things always change.
They're both the same size.
Yeah, but Fox is a passer first, and you get on the right team with that. I mean,
Smith is a capable passer, though.
He's a capable passer, but
he's a decision maker.
He's a scoring guard first. And he's turnover prone already.
But how many guards in the NBA today that are point guards that are scoring guards? Almost every single one. Where's the real traditional point guard that doesn't look to score all the time? Rondo? I mean, how many other guys?
Rondo's barely.
I know. Well, that's a different situation. I don't want to even get into that. But seriously, they're score first kind of guards. I mean, always ball dominant, having the ball in their hands because they're still point guards, but they do look to score more often than point guards traditionally did. And I think that Smith does have the upside. He was the number 1 player in this class prior to his injury. He's shown flashes. Scoring 31 at Duke or whatever it is, more than 30 points at Duke, is a big-time plus. I mean, it's just the inconsistencies, but also you never know what the situation down there in NC State is. There was rumors that Mark Gottfried might get fired soon if they don't make this tournament. I mean, they just haven't been performing up to the level that the athletic office has thought they would have. So, I mean, it's kind of a difficult situation down there. But I think if you're a team in the top 5 and you're not going to be playing well anytime soon, I think you do take the risk on Smith. I do think he's worth it. He's got tremendous upside, almost as much upside as Fultz or Ball, in my opinion, if he could really get consistent and get better with his decision-making. But Fox, great college player. I think he's going to do well in the NBA. Best-case scenario, he starts getting good jump shots. I think a floater would be huge for his game.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to shoot at least a little bit better from 3. He's at whatever you said, 18%,
17%. 17. He's in the teens. It's not good.
I mean, realistically, it would take time in the NBA. It would take a lot of work to get anywhere near 30. You really can't expect him to go higher than that, and you probably wouldn't need him to go higher than that.
You don't. His speed is fantastic, so I think he's going to have...
And if you got a couple of shooters around him, it's not,
There's better spacing, better players there in the NBA, for sure.
And he's coast to coast. He's lightning quick.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Yep. Okay, so that'll wrap it up for this segment. We'll be back here next week. We'll probably be going towards the small forwards, maybe Tatum and Jackson might be something, even though Jackson been considered by a lot of people to be the better prospect. But heard it here first. Please like, subscribe, comment if you disagree, agree as to why you do. Follow us on Twitter. I'm at Martino Rosario 3, Matty Ice _42. Thanks for listening in, and tune in next time.